What's going on, all my risk takers out there? You're now tuned in to the Ace Torn Show. In this episode, we sit down with a real realtor in Birmingham, Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the Cedric Varner. My guy. What's going on, bro?
Man, what's good, man?
Man, doing good, man. So how you feeling today, though?
Man, I'm feeling well, man. I'm
Feeling
beautiful,
good.
man. We looking good. Hey, look, man.
Yes,
we
sir.
calm, cool, and collected,
Cool,
baby.
calm, and
You know what I'm
collected.
saying?
Be Kosher, by the way, man. Y'all go check my boy out.
Yeah.
New music out on all platforms. Be Kosher. Cool, calm, and collected. You gonna like it. I won't disappoint you. You know I ain't gonna disappoint you.
Hey, that's how we
You know
keeping
what I'm
it, baby. We keeping it kosher.
Yes, sir. So let's start from the top, bro. What did your life look like before you got into real estate?
So before I got into real estate, I was what you call was a radio frequency engineer, where I was deeply into telecom, building infrastructure on a communication stand base for in-building solutions. Travel the world. Mainly, most of my work was back and forth from the West Coast to Atlanta.
I remember that, bro. You used to be on planes like every 2 weeks.
Every
Damn
2
near.
weeks, every week.
Yeah.
Every week, man. And just basically just living the engineering life, coming back and partying and living the city life, man.
Yeah.
Being me, baby.
Bachelor.
Being me, man. The bachelor
Real
life,
bachelor.
man. Yes, sir.
What's something that nobody knows about you?
So something a lot of people don't know about me is I come from a very small town called Greensboro, Alabama, rural area outside of Tuscaloosa. If you watch Forrest Gump, man, hey,
That's where they were
Greenbow.
filming at?
Yeah.
Damn, I ain't know that. That's crazy.
Yes, sir. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think that I come from a city bigger than that. But I'm actually from a small town, man.
So where they filmed the movie Forrest Gump, that's where you grew up at?
So that the story of Forrest Gump was based on where I'm from. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
gotcha. Okay. Bet. So how was it growing up like small town? Especially compared to doing what you're doing now, like
So
how was it? How did you get that mindset to get out of this situation? You know what I'm saying? Out of a small town. Because I can relate to you on that.
I'll say this right here. It's all started by just, trials and tribulations in life, like watching everybody, growing up, watching, being raised by the street, watching everything from failure.
Yeah.
And realizing my situation, like, man, it felt like a shoebox once I did everything inside that small town.
Yeah.
So what really helped me out was I was playing youth football, and I was back and forth from youth football to the streets, youth football to the street. But I always had mentors and coaches that pulled me back to the good side. But it took from one situation to happen to make me take my gift, you know what I'm saying, and worship that gift, which was football. And, from the 8th grade, from the 9th grade all the way to the 12th, man, I just stuck with it. Ended up getting me a football scholarship at Jacksonville State.
JSU.
And that was my first step out of the country, man.
So tell me something, bro. Why do we always gravitate towards the streets? When we could be having a good life, we playing sports. Down there, some of these dudes in the streets, bro, they got 2-parent household.
Yep.
That don't mean that they perfect. But I'm saying, like, if you got 2 parents in the household, what makes you keep going to the streets?
So
even though your parents is taking care of you in a good way.
What I think it is, and nowadays, man, in most of, I'll say the music,
it plays a
big part of it came from music. Back when I was growing up, man, just walking outside, back then we was outside, you had all the loud cars bumping. The first thing I go outside, I'm hearing all the OGs, they outside playing Young Jeezy, Gucci Man, Long Beat T-shirt, Ceiling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doing their thing.
Yeah.
And when I get off the bus, they still at it. Man, I'm idolizing this.
Yeah.
It made me feel good just watching these guys. But I'm thinking like, man, this is good, but it's actually bad.
It's really bad, yeah.
It's not leading nowhere. It's a dead end, and it ain't gonna last long. And that's another thing that I witnessed, right? I witnessed that all the things that the guys that I idolized, what they had, it was for a short period of time. They had it. The people came and took it that fast.
Yeah.
And now you look at them, they got jobs. Or some of them, they done turned them to, what they was giving out, So, and just seeing that kind of like pushed me towards like, man, I was at the end of it. I was like, man, one of the OGs I saw, you know, he was just down bad. I'm like, man.
He got stuck. He was on it, strung out on it.
Yeah, he got bad. I was like, dog. And this guy used to be one of the ones who control the traffic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, man, I gotta get up out of here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And what can I do to get up out of here? You know? Oh man, I got football.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can play football. You know, I ain't knew nothing about Jacksonville State at all.
Yeah, yeah.
But I used to watch them 2015. You know, they went and played.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just watching them when they was playing North Dakota State.
Yeah, and that's when they really was blowing up, like really getting on the map. Because they was winning championships like back to back at that time.
Yeah.
So,
And that's when I got it in my head. I was like, bro, what if I go there? I started doing like researches and stuff. They're like, oh, this is the most friendliest campus in the South.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta get that.
And it is the friendliest campus. It's crazy as hell, but it's the truth.
And this when I was in like 9th, 10th grade then.
Oh,
so I already had that vision mapped out.
Yeah.
Before I even made it to the 12th, I already knew like, you know, but I already had set the street life alone at night, around the 9th grade, because when I got in trouble, I had to make a promise to a lady, you know, who saved my life, that I wouldn't get in no more trouble. You know?
Yeah, it's deep.
Yeah.
Like you kept the promise.
I had to.
Yeah. So you would say that was the turning point of your life, like what made you leave the old life alone and transition to real estate?
Yeah.
Or was it another scenario that triggered that? So
basically, when I got my first taste of blood in real estate, where I made my first transaction with little to no money. That's how it really got me into real estate. And this was when I first got my job. When I first got my engineering job, I just moved to Atlanta, and I got a book. The book was called Investing in Real Estate with Little to No Money by Brandon Turner. And he run a mentoring program called Bigger Pockets.
Yeah.
He got podcasts too, so I joined that whole thing. I'm reading through the book. I read the first 20 pages. And I saw something called tax deed. I'm like, man, tax deed, I got a couple thousand I saved up from what I was, I came to Atlanta with.
Yeah, know all about
it. It was before I got my first job check. I was like, man, you know what? Let me just find me a courthouse. So by me coming from the country, I picked the most similar part of Georgia that remind me of my own hometown. It had like a lot of trees, which was Carroll County.
Carroll County, like the country.
Yeah, I went to their doorstep, signed up for the tax deed auction, went to the doorstep, and got my first property for like $2,400.
Bought it.
Bought my first property for $2,400.
Okay.
Bought my first property for $2,400.
Now, how long did you keep the property?
So, this was just your normal tax sale, sheriff sale. So in Georgia, you had to keep it for 12 months. But you can keep it, it's ways where you can do a barment on it too, where you can send out like letters and just, to the heirs of the estate. Yeah. And just basically let them know like, hey, I paid the taxes, this is my interest in the property. And if, you don't pay me back within a certain amount of time, we taking it further than that. To just actually clear that title. Yeah. Yeah.
So did you sell the property or you still got it?
So I ended up selling that property, and I didn't do the barman step. So what I did was kind of creative, where I did a little bit of research, and I used AI just to close my first deal.
Friendly friend will tell you and give you everything you need.
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah, I used my first.
Some people hate AI, boy. You better make AI your best friend, man.
Man, he made my first real estate transaction. I remember this, man. And off this first real estate transaction, I can write 1 million books off my first real estate transaction, where I didn't do the barman process, but I sold it under the market value because I paid pennies on the dollar for it already. That property was worth $30,000.
Ooh, woo!
So then
I would have flipped that so hard.
Yeah, the land buyer, man, I was like, hey, I only had this property for 12 months. I did my numbers, the ROI, because I treated taxes like stock market, because that's what it is. Right. You can either build or you could just, sell that lot. So what I did was I sold it for 24, and I was like, man, I don't want to make the whole 30. I'm still young. Yeah. I just want to know how it feels to go through the closing process, just close the deal.
Yeah,
So I
it's a
ended up
good
selling
feeling.
it for like, I sold it for like 13,000.
Damn.
Just a lot. It was like 1.4 acres.
So how did you feel getting that check for the first time with that much money at one time? How was that feeling?
Once we signed the papers, I got that check. I was like, man, I'm a real estate investor.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I said.
Yeah.
And that's off my first 20 pages of that brand
Of that book.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, that was like the first 20 pages. I was like, man, I feel like I'm a real estate investor.
Yeah.
It wasn't even I felt like nothing. It was like I'm an investor.
Yeah, investing now. And what's the name of that book again?
It's called Investing in Real Estate with Little to No Money.
Little to No Money. Okay.
Yep.
Bet. Now, when you got the 13,000, what did you do then?
So I immediately put it in the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What you invest in?
S&P 500. I put it in
Okay.
BOO.
Okay.
Something that
You know something. Yeah. That
I
boy
went
been
straight
studying
to
out
it.
there.
I went straight
Yeah, that
to
boy
it.
been
I went
studying. He
straight
knows
to
something,
it.
for
I
real.
deposited. I took a picture. Hey, straight to the money market account. And got the research on where my next deal was gonna lead me to. So I just started researching every county around Georgia, different kind of strategies that I was looking at until like, okay, what's another strategy I can do in real estate?
Yeah. To get more money.
Get more money, or just make it easier and cheaper for me to get another property.
What's something in real estate that's completely false, but that nobody knows about?
So the biggest thing, and it's gonna lead back to that book. A lot of people think you need a lot of money to get started in real estate, but like in real life, you don't. It's all about connections, education, and strategy. You gotta have a plan, and that plan is how you're gonna exit once you get close or closer to that deal. Man, I know guys in like Atlanta who from $0 to getting on Zillow, making calls, or just ride past this house that got vegetation growing over it, pen market, get the owner's number using the app. I know a guy, he used Truly, he get in contact with him, see can you get that, see can you get a deal on it,
right? So
you can sell that piece of paper, what we call wholesaling. And people make money off wholesaling with $0.
Yeah. Do you think that still exists now? Like, do you think it's oversaturated, wholesale real estate? Because when I feel like I caught the ending of it.
You know what? You kind of right by that. It's a yes and a no. But it's hard.
It's harder.
It's harder now.
Yeah.
It's harder now. And I'm just cause.
Why you think so? Because there's so many fake wholesale real estate realtors out there.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I say. It's a lot of there's a lot more steps to it than now, like social media.
Yeah.
You got people who got all these software sending out offer letters without even cold calling. It's just so much.
That damn sure can water down the game.
Yeah, it's a lot of spamming going on right now. So yeah, it's more challenging now. I would say. Yeah.
What would you say for a person that had no money and, like we just said, the wholesale real estate market may not be the go-to, but they have no money, but they still want to get in real estate?
Man, help out a struggling real estate agent. If you know somebody
that's smart.
If you know a real estate agent, say, man, you see a real estate agent, she listed this or he listed this property, it been sitting on the market for 200 days, man. You know Tom down the street got some old money, right? He don't know how to work the internet. Yeah. But, hey, let me call this agent. Let me do a signable contract. I got $0. All right, hey, man, I seen your property been sitting on the market for 200 days. Yeah. I have a buyer right now, cash buyer. Can I get this deal? Try to get it at least, I'd say, from 5 to 10% below. Because it's already been sent 200 days. Right. That agent probably stopped marketing this because they exhausted. They just waiting on the contract to get all of it. Right. So hey, let me get a signable contract. Ask your broker to give me the marketing rights too. Let me market it just like you. You sign off for 45 days closing. Once she do give you, once you do get it on contract, and you just take that same paper.
You better send the contract. Yeah.
Make
Sell the
you
contract.
2 to 3,000.
Now that you said that, the smartest thing to do now is to get a whole bunch of buyers. Because the lead's there.
Yeah.
If you find a struggling realtor, they already got the properties.
They already got the property.
So now you just need a whole bunch of list of buyers.
You just need a buyer. You just need buyers, and basically you just need the right number too, because the number gonna attract the buyers.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
yeah,
they do make sense.
Yeah, the number gonna attract the buyers.
Mm-hmm.
So a list of buyers and try to get that, get that struggling agent listed at a good number for you on the contract.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go back to the buyer and try to, market it like that.
That might not be saturated right there, though.
Yeah.
It's another angle.
Free game.
It's another angle with it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like that part is saturated.
And I actually did that.
Yeah. How long ago was it though?
This was like last June.
Mm.
And I was
that long ago.
It was last June. I was just riding.
Yeah.
Riding, man. I was back and forth because I actually was trying to buy a property to live in and rent out. And when I was riding, I was visiting my friend mom, and she stayed in these new subdivision, man. I seen a house. It was beside a house that was newly built, man. And I was like, I know you lying.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen the vines grow over the agent sign.
Oh, you know anybody in there.
Like,
yeah, you know anybody in there.
Oh, bro.
Once you see that grass, ain't nobody touching it.
It was trees. It wasn't even grass. It was wild trees and vines. That's how long it's been sitting. It was like 600 days on the market.
Oh, yeah, it's over with. They don't want that house.
600 days. I had
I'm surprised a squatter wasn't chilling in there, wasn't living in there at the time.
Hey, I would be shocked. I would be shocked if a squatter was in that house.
Yeah. But
raccoon, maybe.
Man, we out there raccoon get in some shit, boy.
Yeah, it was probably some squatters in there.
You ain't gonna stop them from nothing. Now, thank y'all.
Yeah.
One thing about real estate, man, it's a very good way to become wealthy.
It's a very good way to become wealthy, and it's a very good way to break you.
Yeah.
If you invest,
if you do it wrong,
you got it. It's all about strategy, or it's a very fast way to hit a brick wall, and you'll have to do it all over again. Damn. And it happened to the best of them, and it actually happened to me before, So where I made a bad investment, it wasn't a bad investment but I didn't have a strategy on my investment. I thought I was just gonna buy and hold it.
Yeah,
but that ain't how it go. Yeah, you gotta move fast. Move fast, especially if that property got creditors on it already.
Yeah.
So, and one of the biggest mistakes, a lot of people, especially like a person like me, where I'm buying cheap, but I didn't take the time out to do a title search.
Right.
And that's where I went wrong. I didn't do a title search. I didn't do any due diligence, and ended up in a lot of debt. Off one of the properties. So
So you had to pay that debt because it's in your name now, right?
Yeah, my business name.
Business name.
Yeah. And what that mean is once they sell it, where they, your property go away, but the creditor's gonna call you, to let you know like, hey,
you behind such and such.
Yeah. And basically they just sell your property. And it was to the point where when I learned about my debt, I had to call up a bankruptcy lawyer.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, she was like, it's an LLC, just walk away.
And create another one.
Yeah. She was like, just walk away from it.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, walk away from it. What y'all talking about?
Man,
like,
he talking crazy.
I ain't never heard of nothing like that. Just walk away.
Because eventually the business going, what you call it? It's called with a D. Delude. What it's called?
It's called
Delude, something like that.
Man, it's called.
Damn, it'll start with a D though.
It's once they pay out, it automatic pay out.
The business just dissolves.
Yeah, dissolve.
Yeah,
No, they call it dissolve.
Yeah. Now I want to get into some credit, man, because right now, a lot of people credit kind of messed up.
Oh yeah.
Kind of got messed up. And they may have the money, but the credit,
the credit is crazy.
The credit ain't crediting. So a lot of people say you can get into a house with a 500 credit score, but I'm not a realtor, but it just sounds like that's that's not believable. Is that believable? If you got a 500 credit score,
man.
Cause you pull strings to get them in there.
Yeah, I
what
was saying
you think?
there's a way as a will, man. I'll tell you that, man.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I got clients where they got scores in the 500. But when I send them off to a lender, it's like, hey, you don't qualify.
They don't qualify.
You know, they gotta work on. You know, they might have to do a program where that program, you know, just basically give them a path of, you know, eliminating process, like, you know, to get them above
where they need to
be to especially get approved for like FHA, you know.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's a lot of more programs out there for home buyers too. And I wish I knew the name of one of them, but it was like a national program where
I mean, you could we give them hella game already. So you know,
I wish I
y'all gotta do some type of work. Like damn,
but I just sent this link though. That's the crazy thing. I just sent this link to like one of my buyers.
What I do is I put the link in the description, so y'all can go to it. I put the link in the description. What would you say the biggest sacrifice you took to get to this point?
Man, the biggest sacrifice that I took was a peace of mind, bro. Just peace of mind, trying to find my purpose. You know, find my purpose, man. When I say I was on the road flying back and forth to this state, back to Atlanta, this state, and I just felt like I didn't have a purpose. Love my job, love the career, love the people I work with. But I just felt purposeless, man. Like I just felt like
you were just working. It was just a normal job.
Yeah,
but it wasn't fulfilling.
But the thing was, where I went wrong was, and they used to tell me all the time, take some PTO, man. Go see your family. Yeah. But I didn't. They was telling me that like you're gonna burn yourself out. Cause I'm still in the mindset of an athlete. You know. Yeah. You know, we like to work. Work. That's all we did. We did this for 4 years, man.
Especially physical work. Like it took me a while to reprogram my mind. To stop, you know, focusing on physical work to make money. Because for a long time, I couldn't picture myself making money without actually doing some type of labor for it. Labor for it. So it came to a point to where it's like I had to reprogram my mind, use my mind and think to make money and stop doing physical work so much. And try not to burn yourself out. And burn myself out. Because I had that shit bad. Even after college, bro, like I just had to do something physical to make money. And I was like, over time, like, man, something got to change. I got to learn how to make money without trading my time for it. So, especially like, you know, back fall count days. Like how we used, you know, what we used for all our whole day. All we knew was grind. 2 days. We knew it was grind. We wasn't talking to nobody. We wasn't talking to family, friends. None of that, girls. Bro. My fall count came. It was football. Studying film. Shit, if you ain't studying film, you gotta sleep. If you ain't sleeping, you working out. That's it. So it's a repeating cycle. And you know, so you get stuck in that cycle. You don't know nothing outside of football. That's why a lot of times when dudes don't make it to the pros or, you know, saying like that, they don't know what to do with themselves. Some of them go crazy because that's all they know. They've been doing all their life. Oh yeah, man. And speaking of that, they got rehab for that too. You know, and I just learned that because a female friend of mine, her business partner, who was a former NFL player, they started a rehab business. Oh, that's hard. For professional athlete down there in Orlando, Florida. Okay. Yeah, shout out to Michelle Richardson, man. Damn, that's hard. That's hard. Yeah. Doing good things, big things, man. Yeah. But yeah, though, bro, that was one of the, I'll say that kind of burnt me out with that job. It was a great job, but, you know, I was so stuck in the athlete mindset where I was just straight grind, was talking to family, friend, felt like I was going down a dark drain. Right. But I'm also strong-minded where when I got to, I'm like, man, I got to switch it up. So just one day, like I said, I just up and like, hey, I'm gone. Switch gears. Yeah. And I just, you know, came back to Alabama, you know, on a new path, you know, fresh start. You know, I left a great paying job, took a big pay cut. Yeah, I know engineering, but you said that engineering. I took a big pay cut. I know they were paying. Big pay cut. Your purpose, I don't work for money. I was gonna say your purpose is worth way more than money. Money can't compare to purpose. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why we here. That's why we all here. Yeah. And last question, dog, we're gonna get into this. You already know what time it is. What's the biggest risk you took in your life? Man, the biggest risk I took in my life. Biggest risk. Up to this point.
The biggest risk I took in my life, man, up to this point, was leaving my job.
Yeah.
Leaving my job and chasing a career to be a real estate agent or a realtor, you know, to assist people with buying and selling homes, you know, the right way, you know. I'd say that was my biggest risk right there.
Gotcha. But what kind of advice can you give to someone trying to get their real estate license?
Main advice, I say, this will set you apart from, you know, actually being an agent, where learn how to invest in real estate before getting your real estate license. Learn, and you don't even have to actually buy or invest, but just learn.
Just learn, yeah.
Read investing books. You know, try to get in the mindset of an investor first, you know, before you get your real estate license.
Gotcha.
So that's one of the biggest things that will set you apart from other agents, where you'll come in the game with knowing different exit strategies.
And that's what makes you stand out, for real.
Yes. Yeah. And you'll know how, you know, you'll understand negotiating better. You'll know how, you know, to actually search out properties, you know, work certain sites other than the MLS. You know, before I became an agent, where I knew how to get on the GIS of different counties to search out my, you know, my targets.
Yeah,
as far as like, you know, where I if I want to send an offer letter to this house right here, this vacant lot, you know, I
know
just
exactly how to do it.
Yeah, I know exactly how to do it before the MLS. You know.
Yeah.
So
that's definitely a good strategy, good tool to have, learn. And last advice you can get to the first-time home buyers.
First-home buyers. So first-home buyer, make sure when you going out here, you know, interview your agent. Get a list of questions, man, because you want to make sure the person who represents you set you up for the next 2 to 5 years of your life financially and mentally. You want to be able to sell after you buy. And just make sure you don't get somebody who's just transaction hungry, you know. Make sure you're going to get somebody who's going to be there before the contract and after that contract, you know.
Fast. Hey, it's been a lot of gems dropped in this episode. Hope you took notes. I'm talking about a lot of gems in real estate, man. So look, you got a lot of answers right now that you can implement on today and take action on. All right. This is the Ace Torn Show. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's the Ace Torn Show. We'll see you next episode. Stay with me.